Greetings and welcome to another episode of This My Story. As always, I'm your host, Uma Bango. Thank you for tuning in, for joining us. And we have another story, a remarkable and incredible story for you. And it shows how beautiful or how impactful a book is in one's life. Let us welcome our guest for today, Mrs. A. Nyoni. Salamanan.
Yebo.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for joining in and for coming through.
You're welcome.
Let's start from the very beginning. Please tell us and share with us your background, your upbringing as Mrs. A. Nyoni, and everything in between.
Okay. I was born in a family of four, 2 boys, 2 girls, and I am the third born.
All right.
The elder sister.
Yes.
I've got 1 young sister.
All right.
I grew up at Mzilikazi. Yes. And I went to school at Loske Primary School.
All right.
And my secondary school, I did it at Sobogas High School. And finished it at Popoma High School.
Okay.
Yes.
And in your upbringing there, what were the joys, of being a first girl in the family, and being surrounded by mom and dad and siblings? And what were the challenges, if there were any?
Okay. I was the most loved child.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to hear about that.
Especially my father loved me so much.
Okay.
More than my mother.
Yes. Why so?
I don't know, maybe because there were 2 boys in front of me. I have 2 brothers.
Okay.
Then came me,
okay.
The girl.
Yes. And girls are daddy's girls.
Yes. So my mother was a very strict someone.
Okay.
Yeah. And he taught me some household she taught me household chores and everything, but usually my brothers did most of the things. My father wouldn't allow me to do the difficult.
Yes, this is the lily amongst the thorns. Yes. All right, so was there any religious background at home or any background of faith?
Yes.
At home, okay.
Yes.
Please unpack that for us.
Yes. Our family, when I was born, my parents were already Salvationists.
Okay.
Yes, they would go to Salvation Army. So I was born into a family that are Salvationists.
Okay.
So from a tender age, we could go to church up until I got married.
Okay.
I was a Salvationist.
Okay.
So we were devoted and our family loved church so much.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm assuming your husband was also of the same faith?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. That's fine. So here you are as a Salvationist. At what point do you come across the Adventist faith? And how?
Okay. When I finished my training in Masvingo at Bondofi Teachers College,
yes,
I was attached to Persona 1 for a year. Then I went to Mchede Primary School, that is in Jube.
Okay.
When I was in Mchede, I had these lady friends. They are Seventh-day Adventists. So most of the time we used to discuss about scripture. So especially they would touch on the Sabbath. Yes, and say, how did you come to worship on a Sunday? To talk about some things, talk about scripture, and they also highlight why we should worship on a Sabbath. But to me, I thought the ladies were just trying to be holier than thou. Okay. Why do they have to say worship on the Sabbath?
And what is up there? Yes.
How did this Sabbath came to be?
Yes.
So we could discuss almost on a daily basis. And we came to a point whereby we formed a prayer group.
Okay.
Where we say, once a week on a Tuesday, let's just meet at lunchtime and pray.
Okay.
But we could pray, but I was still standing on my faith that I'm a Salvationist and I cannot be moved and no one's going to move me. Yes. So one day towards term end, it was on the closing day, the very closing day.
Okay.
My friends came to me and just put a book in my hand. When I looked at that book, it was written, the marked Bible. And I said to them, what type of a Bible is this? Is this a Bible? What type of a Bible? Marked. Marked what?
Why is it marked?
Why is it marked? I can't read this. Then I had to give them their books. And Mem Mazokera took the book again and put it in my hand. She was with Mem Corner and said, please, 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 if you find time, can you go and read? So I took the book, we closed school, I went home.
Was she part of the group that you discussed with?
Yes,
and pray with?
yes.
Okay. All right.
We closed school and I went home and I just threw the book away. Yeah, I just put it somewhere because I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to be moved. I didn't
provoke you.
Yes. So, after 2 weeks, one day I was cleaning the room in my bedroom. Get to my bedroom, I was cleaning. It was in the morning. Then I came across that book again. Then I took the book and said, this book, these people with their books, what is inside the book? So I opened the book. I read the first pages. When you are reading that book, the first pages, it's talking about people in a ship.
Okay.
And I opened it, I read it. Then I discovered that what I am reading, there are verses in this small book. Yeah. Then I said to myself, this verse is true. These people may be lying.
Okay.
I took the book. All right. I took my Bible.
All right.
For reference sake. I opened the book. When I reach a verse, I open my Bible
to check
yes, whether it is true. And I discovered that everything
is true.
Is from the Bible. But then my spirit got, inside that book. I wanted to read more and more. I couldn't stop. I think I only had a break maybe around 12 when I said, no, I'm hungry. I need something to eat. I quickly go to the kitchen. I get something to eat. I sat down. I read, I think, up to about 4 o'clock. Then I said,
the day's over.
My husband will come back and things are just upside down. I haven't done anything. So I just jumped in, got into the bath, trying to fix some things. But then my spirit was
disturbed.
It was in that book. I wanted to read it and finish it. But then went to sleep the following day, got up early in the morning, prepared myself, back to the book. I sat down and I started reading the book. I read the book until I only took 2 days to read the book.
Done.
And I said, God, what is this? Because I wasn't myself then. After reading the book,
yes,
I just felt I'm not myself.
Okay.
My spirit was telling me something. That what is it about the Sabbath?
Okay.
So I just said to my children, I think next Sabbath we should visit Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Okay. And what was their reaction?
And they looked at me and said, why? And I said, no, let's just visit. Okay. Then Sabbath is Seventh-day Adventist. Sunday we'll go.
Okay. To our usual church.
To our usual church.
Yes.
They said, I know if we are going to our Salvation Army on a Sunday.
It's okay.
Okay. Then we went. On a Sabbath, we woke up early in the morning, we prepared. We didn't know the starting time.
Yes.
We were just going. So, but when we reached, we didn't know where the church is. Anyway.
So how did you how did you navigate your way there? You asked people?
I asked people, I said, there's a church, I think it's Seventh-day Adventist, but it's halfway, they're building. But that church, I think, I even asked my husband, if you ever heard about the Seventh-day Adventist church, today I'm going to the Seventh-day Adventist church.
Okay.
I said, no, just check with that church. Maybe it can be.
Okay. So at no point have you contacted your friend who gave you the book?
My friend stays in Country Park.
Okay. All right.
Other one corner stays in Kulman.
So you just read
I
the
didn't
book?
phone them.
Yes.
I just thought I should go.
All right.
Then I went, we looked for the church with my 2 children, the firstborn and the lastborn. We went there. We were welcomed. Very warm welcome. The people were so lovely. We gave them seats, listen to Sabbath school. It was in the mid. We were late anyway. Yes. Then it was divine. Things are just moving like that. And after divine, we had come back 2 o'clock. We have some services at 2 o'clock. Please be punctual. Then I said to my children, we are coming back at 2 o'clock. And they didn't say anything.
Okay.
We went home, we had our lunch, and we came back.
Okay. On time.
Exactly. We were at the Marchen Church in Tumbane. And we were welcomed. Welcome, we are back. We are happy, we are back. Then after that, we went for a Bible study. Going in groups. And I said to my children, we are going for Bible study. And my children said, no, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. They were just following.
You brought us here anyway.
We went. And when we were there was something that happened. There was these 3 old men with gray hair. Old men with gray hair. They were leading the discussions. We sat there. We were listening. We were there to listen. So they were talking about the mark of the beast. They were talking about, someone asked about the question of the Sabbath. They were just talking. People would come with questions. We were surprised. These elders were not even opening their Bible.
They were speaking from the head, from the heart.
The verses, the chapters, from the... Then I said to my children,
this is new.
I looked to my daughter. I said, how come? How can this happen that someone will have the Bible in his head?
At this age?
At this age. So after the church, we went home talking about what we had. The mark of the beast, the book of Revelation, everything. I've never heard someone maybe talking about the book of the Revelation or what. So we're talking going home. And we said to my children, so then tomorrow you are going back to Salvation Army. The children said, no, we'll see, ma'am. We'll see when we get home. But when I woke up in the morning, I didn't go to Salvation Army. I stayed at home. My children went, I didn't go.
All right.
Right. Not that I didn't love Salvation Army. I love Salvation so much. So much. There are so many things that I loved Salvation Army. I was a team released. Yes. I was part of the team released in the church. So I loved Team Real, and my children were
part of the band.
So they were busy with the band. So we loved it.
You're in it.
We were just inside Salvation Army.
I hope you're also in the story, and don't go away. We'll be right back after the break. Before the break, Mrs. Nyoni was telling us that they were in it and were still in here and were still going on with this beautiful story. And if you're just tuning in, we're talking to our guest today who's telling us about the impact and the power of the book in her life. Mrs. Nyoni, please take us from the point where you are now from church and you're deciding whether we're going back tomorrow or not.
Yes. So I didn't go back. My children went back the following day. and they came back. The next Sunday, I was still struggling with my thoughts. Should I go back to Salvation Army? Should I stay? So I was still struggling. I didn't go again.
Okay.
Yes.
But did you go that Sabbath?
I went back.
Okay.
Went back to Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Yes.
Then schools opened.
Okay.
I went back to school. And when I was at school, we continued chatting with my friends. Then, one day, I had this dream. I dreamt I was in a big church, and the church was full. When I got into the church had already started.
Okay.
And it was full, and I sat at the back bench.
All right.
When I sat there, the service was on. And towards the afternoon, it was announced that it was baptism time.
Okay.
And when it was announced, there was a lady who was sitting beside me. She asked me a question and said, have you ever been baptized?
Okay.
And I said, no, I've never. But in Salvation Army, I was
baptized, yes.
But
yes.
surprisingly to this lady, I told her I was never baptized. And she said to me, you're supposed to be baptized. Then I said, no, I cannot be baptized now because I am not ready.
Okay.
I'm not ready to be baptized.
Yeah.
And she asked me, why? Why are you not ready? And I said, no, I have nothing. I've nothing to put on. I'm not ready.
Clothes, yeah.
But inside my bag, there was a dress inside my bag.
Okay.
But I don't remember putting that dress in my bag.
Okay.
But there was a dress in my bag.
Yeah.
Yes. And the lady said, put on the dress that is in your bag.
Huh?
Then I said to him, it can't fit. It is small. He said, open your bag. I opened my bag. I took out a white dress. It was a long dress, but up here it had a zip, behind. I said, put it on. I want to see whether it's not fitting. Then I just put on the dress on top of the dress that I was wearing. But the dress was not fitting because on top here it was small. Here down here it was okay. It was okay. But on top I couldn't zip it. Then I said, you see, this dress is small. That's why I cannot be baptized. And then I said, no, you be baptized. It doesn't matter. Even if it doesn't fit, just go. Just go and get baptized. Then I said, how? How can I get baptized like this? He said, no, go. If you are late, the pastor is going to come out of the ward. You have to go.
Rush, yeah.
You have to rush. Look at time, check time. Then I stood up, but another lady said to me, come and eat rice. Then I said, rice? Then I said, no, your lady should go. Then I have to go and eat. But I went, but I had a certain girl, a young lady, who also wanted to be baptized.
Okay.
We went, the two of us, were given rice. We ate quickly. We ate. Then he said, go. So we went. And when I reached there, I looked at the other side. I just turned. And I saw that some group of women, Salvation Army women, wearing their uniforms. They were looking at me. It's like they wanted to say something. But I didn't talk to them. I looked to where the pastor was baptizing. The pastor was baptizing, and there were only 2 boys who were left.
Okay.
I think at the age of 12 or 13
Okay.
or so. But the pastor was forcing these 2 boys to say some verses.
Okay.
Before they were baptized. And they were saying some verses. So please, how can these young children say verses from their head? What's going on? This is so surprising. You know, as I was busy, I was standing there. I looked again at the ladies. They were looking at me. Then but I proceeded and went in. And I was baptized. The lady who said, go and get baptized, said, when you come out of the water, you will see some ladies, some women. And when you come out of the water, they will
they'll help you. They'll cover you.
They will cover you with pieces of
Zambia.
Then I said to her, what are you saying? Because in my mind, my thinking was that inzaru ifakwa lapha ekhalweni asho
yes.
waistline but the dress is not fitting
at the top.
At the top. How are they going to cover me? Said no, just go. When you come out of the water, those ladies will cover you. Don't worry about the dress. Don't worry about the dress. So I just went in water and I was baptized. And when I was baptized, I came out of the water. And when I came out, I saw two ladies waiting in between. So they just covered
the top
part of it of me with inside. Then I went and changed. After I changed, I went back to church. It was main church in Tumbani. I said, when through this baptism, nothing came into my mind. That dream did not come into. I'm still on the dream.
Yes.
I went and said it was over. I woke up. When I woke up, I asked myself, what is happening? Yes, Salvation Army, I was baptized, yes.
But why?
What about this baptism?
What
is it all about?
And do you usually dream? Are you a dreamer? Do you have dreams about things?
Not usually.
Okay.
Not usually.
All right.
So I got worried about this dream. It worried me. I wanted to know the meaning of the dream. So days went on. I continued visiting the Seventh-day Adventist church because my spirit just told me, you should go there.
Okay.
So I stopped going to the Salvation Army.
All right.
Right. Then I went to church one day. When we were at church, we were told, today in the afternoon, we are going to main church. So I was asking, what's there in the main church? No, we are going there, main church. We went to main church, and surprisingly, there was baptism.
Okay.
That was taking on.
Yes.
So when we were there, I was sitting, watching some people who were getting baptized, and I talked to a lady, Mrs. Mpofu, who was beside me, saying, I usually hear some people saying when people are getting baptized, when they're getting water, when they're submitting water, some demons, they get attacked with some demons. Is it true? Then she looked at me surprisingly. I said, yes, sometimes it is true. And she quickly said to me, were you baptized? Then I said, no, I was not baptized. Then she said, please, go and get baptized.
No way.
Then I said, oh, no, not now. I'm not prepared. I said, no, you should get baptized. Do you want to get baptized? I want, but I'm not prepared. I said, why? I have nothing. I just came. Said, and she called a certain lady who stays just close to the church and said, please, go and hurry. We need a dress for this lady. Then there was this girl, this lady came to me. I also want to baptize, but I don't have something.
Okay.
Said, can you get two? Then she rushed. Within some few minutes, she was back. The clothes were inside a bag. Then we took the clothes out. Then the young lady quickly said, I want a skirt and a top, a t-shirt. And there was a dress inside there. Then I said, oh, okay, I'll put on a dress. Then we went, we changed. The dress was fitting well. Down here, it was well. But up.
No ways.
It was so tight. It couldn't fit.
No ways.
Then I said to the young lady, please, can I have the skirt and the t-shirt? Then you put on the dress. Maybe it's going to fit you. Yes. Yeah. So she gave me the skirt and the t-shirt. The skirt was okay, but the t-shirt, the top, it couldn't fit. No. It was small. I took it off again. I took the dress again. I had to put on the dress, but it was not fitting. I took my jacket, the dress that I had, the jacket, put my jacket when we went. When we went there for baptism, they said, please, can you eat rice first before you get baptized? Then we said, no. How can you eat rice? You are late. The pastor will get out of water very soon. But the other one said, no, come. You eat quickly.
The same thing that happened in the dream.
The same things. Then we were given plates of rice. We ate quickly. Then we went. I was putting on a jacket. I told myself I would go in water with the jacket. Okay. Because there's no way that I can remove this jacket.
Yes, because you can't zip up at the back.
Yes. Then the lady who forced me, who told me to go in website, said, remove the jacket. Then I said, I can't because the dress is small on top. And she came and removed the jacket. Tried to zip me up, but things couldn't fit. But I removed the jacket, went into the water. I was baptized. The lady said to me, just get in. When you get out of the water, you find some ladies.
Okay.
I was Then I removed the jacket. I went into the water. Then I saw two ladies bangithandela ngenzalo. Semphume emanzini. So I just got into the church. When I sat down in church,
Yes.
after some few seconds, that dream
Came back to mind.
I felt, I couldn't understand what's going on. I cried when I sat there. What is going on? What's going on?
Because the very same thing I dreamt about, it just happened.
And the pastor who baptized me, I saw this pastor in my dream.
The very same pastor.
The very same pastor. I saw him in my dream. And this is the pastor who baptized me today. What's going on? I wanted to stand up and testify.
Yes.
But I couldn't stand up. I just sat there. And the pastor said, those who are baptized, can you stand up? So that people would see you. I just stood. But I couldn't understand. Am I dreaming? What's going on? So that is what happened. So
And while it was happening, did you realize that you dreamt about this? Like for instance, when you're called for rice, when you're covered, when you were given the dress and it was not fitting, did the glimpse of the dream come to mind?
It didn't come. It didn't. Not even a single thing came to me. It only came to me when I sat, waiting for everything to be cleared so that the service can start. Then, bah, there it is. It just came.
Sure. Okay. So now here you are crying, and do you tell it to anyone? Do you go to the pastor even to share with him that I saw you in my dream or this happened? Did you testify?
Yes. One day in church, I was asked to relate how I came to be in this. My pastor was there, and everyone in church was shocked. How can that happen?
The pastor baptized you?
Yes.
Was there?
He was there.
Okay.
I was testifying. This is how it happened to me.
Sure. This is different and unique. It doesn't happen to the best of us, because none of us, I for one, have not dreamt about my own baptism. And here you are with your own story of how you went into that pool and you had seen it in your mind.
Yes.
Mrs. Enyon, thank you so much. Thank you for being vulnerable with us. Thank you for bringing this story and the testimony of how far God can go and how personal He can get. I'm so glad that you did come, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome.
And to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you find bits and pieces for yourself on the story and you can relate in some way or another. And until next time, until the next episode, God bless and keep well.